I will do my part where the river will never run dry. Hallelujah. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. By and by, I will lay my troubles down by the water, where the river will never run dry. Where the river will never run dry. This river will never run dry.
Good morning, welcome to Friday. So let's arrive for practice, sit nice and tall, open up your heart, connect to your intention, the motivation behind practicing yoga, and then bring your palms together, lock them into your heart, and let's take 3 bows. The first one is to ourselves, our journey. The second one is to each other and everyone else on the same journey, and take a bow to the Living Yoga Method. I bow to you all this morning. Namaste. So all week we are looking at the 6 keys. So in English, we need enthusiasm, perseverance, discernment, faith, courage, and inspiring company. And then in Sanskrit, we need Vya, Titiksha, Viveka, Shraddha, and Palakrama. Okay, so just thinking about the chakra. So we're trying to draw the energies down, and then we're using nettle tea to be able to do that. I've actually this morning or last night, I made burdock and nettle. So they both do the same thing. They both nourish you right down into your root, because burdock's a root as well. So I've mixed nettle and burdock. But as I said, the plants actually have an energy that brings your body into alignment with its own energy, which is how plant medicine actually works. It's having an effect on you right down at cellular level. And then just as a side note, something that I heard today, and it kind of just solidified in my mind our practice and what we're actually doing. So relating it to double breathing, you know, when you are troubled by something, if you were to stop for a moment and then just notice how you feel in your body, you will feel lots of emotion, vibration, things are being stirred up, and you can feel that right inside your body. And I don't know if you know Michael Singer, but he's just awesome and just so good. You need to listen to him like on a regular basis. But he said, like, you need to be with your mind, you need to be like a monk riding across the water on a bicycle. And what he actually means by that is, when the bike rides across the river, it creates vibration, it creates an imprint, and then it's gone. And then the ripples just disappear. So they're not permanent, they stay there. What happens with us, with our emotions? So that's like, you know, the outside world having an effect on you. You know, at some point it needs to penetrate you slightly, but then you let it go. It just passes by. But what we do is, something comes into our system, and rather than just letting it pass by and just letting the ripples disappear, we try and grab hold of it. It might be experience that we like, and we want to keep hold of that experience, but it's gone. And so we get in a kind of a mess holding on to stuff. And if it's an experience that we don't like, again, we're trying to fight it. So we're creating more ripples and frequencies in our own bodies. So when you're really struggling with something that you can't deal with, like an experience has come in and you can't stop thinking about it, like the monk on the bicycle, you just have to let it pass, and you have to feel into the moment and then lean into it, and don't try and grab hold of it. Don't try and touch it, he said, was his advice. So if something comes in, experience it, feel it, but don't touch it. And it will go and it will pass through your system how it's meant to, rather than us trying to hold on to it. So when you come into your double breathing this morning, just think about that. What you're trying to create in your body is that quiet pond, you know. So ripples will come through, but they'll also pass. You don't want to hold on to anything. So when you're having thoughts in your mind, don't touch them. Just stand back and see what happens. And the more and more that you do that, you're creating your inner world, which we always say about, you're creating new vibration, so that you're able to actually deal with anything that comes by, because you're used to the practice of not touching it. Just experience it and then let it pass. Okay, so like a monk on a bicycle, lay down, get nice and comfortable, open up your chest, and then imagine you're coming into that still pond in your body, trying to create that vibration. And we're going to do that with our breath. So bring your attention down into the belly then this morning. Take it nice and lightly. Create a rhythm, and then we're going to breathe together. So when you're ready, 10 breaths into your body this morning. Away we go. Last one here. Okay, now belly to chest. One more here. Okay, final 10 in the chest. Into the heart. Let it go. Well done. Last two. Last one. Okay, drawing a deep breath in. Take it all the way to the top. Then contain it. Feel into that frequency, that vibration you've created. And then you're going to let it go with an ah breath out. So breathe it back out. And then feel down into the tension in the body. You're experiencing life on a deep level. But remember, those ripples, if you don't try and grab hold of them or create more, they will disappear and the pond will become still. So don't touch those sensations. Just observe. Our mantra this week has been, I am not the body and I am not my mind. So you are not those thoughts, you are not those ripples. They too will pass. Taking it out to 145. If you need to breathe, remember it's your journey, so take that breath in. We're nearly there. 139. Okay, that's 145. Breathe in. Experience life. Open your chest. Sink the shoulders down. Contain it for 12 seconds. Keep it nice and steady. And then you want to breathe it back out. Come back down into the after poise and then experience life from here. So what we're doing when we drop below the noise in our minds and come into those feelings, you're experiencing the ripples on the pond, but you're letting them go. You don't want to grab hold of them. You don't want to cling to any ideas about yourself. You just want to observe them from a distance. Okay. Second round, let's go a bit deeper. Concentrate your attention on the tip of your nose and feel the oxygen come in and then how you breathe it back out. Just concentrate on those two mechanisms. So bring yourself down into your belly to start off with, breathing nice and deep into this area. When you're ready, let's breathe together. One more. Okay, now belly to chest. One more. Okay, now 10 up into the chest. Two more. Final one. So every time you breathe in, you're connecting with nature itself. You're taking in the oxygen from the trees, from the ocean. You're breathing it into your body. You're holding it. Gratitude for that gas exchange that's taking part inside your body. And then you're breathing it back out. Breathe it out. Come down into the stillness of your own pond. What does it feel like to experience tension? What does it feel like to experience things that are uncomfortable? Being comforted or experiencing tension, both will pass. And you're left with this energy inside. What does it feel like to hold on to an idea? I don't like that. I don't want this. That's you fighting the ripples. It's not saying that you can't not like something, but like the monk on the bike riding across the pond. It's just a ripple. You can experience it, but don't touch it. Let it go. Let it go. Keep letting it go. That is not you. You don't need to fight the tension. You don't need to hold on to that tension. Let it go. Okay, yogis, that's 2 minutes. If you haven't breathed, breathe in now. Hold it in 12 seconds. And then breathe it back out, back into life. Sink yourself back down into the body. Root yourself in. So we're trying to feel into those rooting practices as we follow nature. If we were to eat, that's why we do eat seasonally, or meant to, but nowadays you can eat whatever you want when you want, but there was a reason for it. And it's really good to try and hold on to those practices that have been lost, because they're in alignment with our bodies and our life and our energies. You are of the same energy. Okay, third round. So nice and steady. Feel into your own frequency. Keep getting back in touch with you. Bring your attention now down into your belly. And then when you're ready, our final 30 breaths. Away we go. One more. Okay, now belly, chest. One more. Okay, final 10, we're nearly there. We've done the work. So our home straight. Fully present, fully alive. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Last one. And breathe out. Okay, so you came into life on an inhale, so breathe in now. Draw the energy up. And like your breath, you'll leave your life on an exhale. So breathe it back out. Breathe out, let it go. Stay connected though. Come into the tension, into the feeling. Drop down below the noise of your mind and come into being the observer, the seat of awareness. Feel yourself grounding into that energy. We're building the foundation as you move through the wheel of the year. These are your roots. If you nourish your roots deep now, you'll reap the rewards in the summer with the fruiting of that energy. It's learning to navigate the planet with traditional ways like our ancestors, with our seasons. Just passing 2 minutes, taking it out to 2:45. If you need to breathe, just take that breath, hold for 12 before letting go. But if you can nudge into the edges, you're building a little bit more stress resilience in the system. But it's never a struggle. Don't struggle with any thoughts. If you find yourself with struggling thoughts, try not to touch them. See what happens. Okay, that's 2:45. If you haven't breathed, breathe in now, deep breath. Take it to the top, hold it in for 12. Then when you're ready, you're going to breathe it back out. Breathe it out, come down into the after poise. And then just rest in that energy. Well done, yogis. When you're ready, you can wiggle the fingers, the toes, bring yourself up slowly to a seated position. Just check in with me. So bringing your energy down and trying to create that stillness in the body, you then want to take that same energy up into your movements when we're going through the practicing, and you're harnessing that using the Ujjayi breath. So staying really close to your own breath as you move through each posture. But what you want to do is then feel into the tension. Don't put any thoughts on it or any judgment. Just don't touch them. Just breathe into it. That way you are having then, it will ripple out into your life, so that when you are in situations where you might have to physically deal with something or mentally deal with something, you're able to tap into these quiet waters and like let everything be like a monk on a bicycle riding by. I really like that analogy. So bring yourself up, come on up to your mat. And then, oops, okay, so standing tall, imagine rooting down like the trees, opening up your chest. I'm just reminding you each time like how connected we are to this planet and to our body and to nature. Okay, so ready? Ujjayi breath in. So breathe in. We've got this 6-6 rhythm with the Living Yoga method, which is like a wave, like breathe out. Imagine a wave coming in and out, the sound of that running through the body. You're trying to create that flow with your breath. So stay really close to your breath. Breathe out. This is all about you, no one else, okay? Inhaling, drawing in that energy of the wave, you take it to the top, and then you crash, you come back down, you send it down, okay? Then we're going to move the energy through your body. So breathe in. It's not just a shape. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away. We're trying to create a flow to loosen up the channels in your body, the nadis. So breathe in. So the body has your own physical body, and then we've got the subtle body. Okay, and those energies are working with your subtle body. So pulsing through each one, you're feeling the unclicking of the joints as we go. We're creating blood flow, circulation in our system. That's our last one. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, come in slowly. Bend the knees, arms out wide, fingers down near the toes. And then loosen through the legs as you lift the head, look forward. Ease yourself in. Try and imagine that flow in your body. You're grounding down, so you're connected to the earth through your feet. There's an energy in the planet itself, which you're connecting to. And that energy right now, as it's starting to come into autumn, the energies are headed inwards. You know, the light is getting darker, less light. Trees, leaves, everything starts to fall and go in the opposite direction. So your yoga practice should match that. Few more pulses, okay? You're loosening up your body. We're getting everything going. Exhale, let the head hang nice and loose. So feel the lengthening as your spine, as you come into that forward bend. You're stretching out through each vertebra. Exhale, well done. That was our last one. Now grounding down through the toes, come up into Prapadasana. Knees together, suck in. Bring your hands up into Anjali Mudra. Imagine drawing that energy up from your roots, from the earth, right up to the top of your head. Make it a full body experience, so your breath, your imagination, your body, everything's connected, and the energies of the earth. Okay, ready to interlace the fingers? We're going to bring them up above our head. So interlace the fingers, bring your arms up, reach up out of the spine, and then ease yourself into a pulse. So like a wave, you're pulsing. Inhale, just one pulse here. Then come into a forward bend. So forward bend, arms down, let the head hang nice and loose. Squeeze, bring the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. Open up the chest. Exhale, sinking down. So the chakra energy is part of the subtle body, And that runs up your spine, different energy centers. And they all actually move at different speeds. So at the moment we're working with Muladhara, which is earthing. Kind of makes, it does all make sense when you really get into it. Okay, last one, exhale, bring your head down. Inhaling, let go of your hands, sweep the arms up above the head. Exhale, bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. One breath here. Let's take it nice and slow. Inhaling, imagine that wave coming up, and then exhale, sinking down. Okay, we're going to go into the warrior's triangle. So inhaling, coming up into flying mountain, reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, swan diving down. We're going to step back with the right foot, bringing us into a lunge, and then we're going to come into triangle. Breathing as we go. So your heels should be in alignment. Bring your hand somewhere on that left leg, and then breathe in, and then open up the chest, look up at the palm, and then soften off. So inhaling. Feel into that tension. Don't make any judgment or try and grab hold of it, even if it's a posture that you love. Just notice. And experience, let it unfold in front of you. Never hold on to anything or even project into the future like, the next posture is going to be great. I love this one, or I hate this next posture. You're just trying to let it unfold. Okay. Last pulse. Breathe in, open up. From here, we're going to come into warrior lunge. So come down into a lunge first. Hold yourself steady. And then we're going to push ourselves up into warrior lunge. So you're opening up the front body. You're going to sink down into that front knee. Come as low as you can. You've been practicing for a while, so rebound up. So maybe push yourself that little bit further in order to take your practice a little deeper. And then breathe with it. Can you still breathe as you go deeper? So you want to lean forward, lean into that front knee, ground down through your front foot, pushing back with the ball of the foot. Okay, last one. Okay, our next one is going to be flying warrior. Okay, so it's going to be a bit tricky. You want to keep your balance, but stay focused. From here, we're going to hop straight up into flying warrior. So push yourself up, hold yourself steady, open the arms, lean forward, and then pulse off. Okay. Okay, so exhale, sink down, lift that back leg. You're hinging at the hips. Find that point to gaze at. Come down into the posture. Pulse off. Last one. So this is where you want to try and keep the waters of your pond nice and still. Inhaling, bring both feet together, bring them up above your head. Warrior triangles on this side, come down into a forward bend. You're going to step back with the left foot. So left foot into your lunge, open up the front body. Come into triangle, back foot at an angle. And then when you're ready, you're going to open up your triangle on this side. So if you haven't before, maybe challenge yourself by sliding that hand down that leg. Can you reach the floor? Breathe in, open up. If that is right for you, remember there's always discernment. But we don't want to use discernment like a reason to hold on to never trying to push yourself that little bit further. You're practicing going inside whilst in a posture. Dealing with the tension whilst remaining calm, like that pond, when you're in a posture. Different scenarios, different situations that you put yourself in, tie yourself in, you're able to remain calm, confident, and with clarity. Okay, last one. Exhale, pulse off. Inhale, open up. Okay, ready? Gonna come down into warrior lunge. So come down into a lunge. Hold yourself steady. You know where we're going. So push yourself up. I always think it's nice to go nice and slow. And then exhale, come right down into that front knee. Breathe in, open up the chest. Now you can put both palms together and come back into the warrior. And then exhale, lean forward into it. Well done. Breathe in. Opening the chest, lengthening the diaphragm. Exhale, sinking down. Come into that front knee. Well done. This will be our last one. So we know where we're headed. We want to have our balance ready. You're going to come up. So bring that back leg up nice and slowly. Come into flying warrior, tilt down, and then soften off. So the good thing about the living yoga method is you come down into the tension. You go as far as you can, and then you pulse off from it like a wave. Okay, last one, come down, we're lengthening, we're grounding. Balances are so good for this. Inhaling. When you're off. Okay, exhaling, drop a bend in the knees. We're gonna come into tree. Right leg up, lock it into your thigh. I'm gonna stay this way for tree. And then exhale, bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Inhale, draw it up, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, feel it grounding down. So remember, like a wave, breathe in, but like right from the earth all the way to the top of your head, to the sky, and then sending it back down. You're connecting yourself to the earth and the heavens. Fully connected, fully opening every part of you. Making sure that you live your life to the full. We don't live in our head, we live in the now. And yoga is just such good training to be able to help you to do that, because it's not easy. We get caught up in so much, when all we have to do is don't touch it. Okay, ready for the other side. Breathe in, dismount, come up, reach up. Exhale, drop a bend in the knees. Be ready for the other side. So you're grounding that standing leg. As you bring the left one up, you plug it into the thigh, push the hip in, bring your hands into Anjali. So Anjali just seals in the energy between your hands. So you make a circle. Not letting any of it escape. You're not wasting energy. Spread down through the toes. Find your balance. Create your calm, still pond in our mind. We're not going to be affected by anything that might be dropped into our pond. because we're not going to hold on, no matter how big the ripples are, to that energy. Okay, last one. Going to come up into Flying Mountain. Breathe in, come up into Flying Mountain. Well done. Exhale. Going to get you to turn to the side of your mat. And then inhale, we're going to circle the hands onto the hips. Exhaling, step your feet hip width apart, drop a bend in the knee, bring your left arm down. Inhaling, reach up out of the ribs, reach right up. Nudge the hip out as you come over into the bend. Well done. Breathe in, reaching up. Keep yourself connected. Stay connected. Last one on this side. We're going to windmill to the other side. So breathe in, drop a bend in the knees. Bring your right hand up. As we exhale, nudge that hip out, coming over to the other side. Breathe in, reach up out of the ribs. Chest nice and wide, hips are square. Great work. It's great for your back. Last one. Okay, so exhale. Bring your hands back down onto your hips. Going to come back up into Flying Mountain. So breathe in, bring your hands above your head. Come down into a forward bend. Let the head hang nice and loose. And then spinal extension. So lift the head, look forward. Stepping back into downward dog. Okay, from here, we're going to come into dog tilt. So lower the knees, lower the belly, lift the head, look up. And then cat. So roll the back, look up at the belly. We'll do it one more time. So dog tilt, drop the belly, lift the head. Cat, round the back, look up at the navel. Okay, from here, you're going to point your toes, and then we're going to nudge the hips down into our cobra. Open up the chest. Again, a great one for the wave analogy, because you can use your body like a wave as you come down, and then you're breathing in, you're sending it up the full length of the body, up the front of the chest. And then we're sending it back down. So as you're doing this, just imagine you're lifting each vertebra up one by one. Feel it in your body. Feel your own spine as you're doing it. Because we're nourishing the spine, the spinal fluid. Allowing it to become more lubricant, flexible. It's not going to calcify. So you want to point the toes. Feel your body, feel into the tension, make no judgment. Great work, we're nearly there. We're going to come into bow, but breathe in, this will be our last one. So here you're grounding your whole body down. So exhale, come down, lift the legs. And then as you inhale, you want to grab hold of your ankles. And the exhale just allows us to give us a moment. So exhale. And then when you're ready, we're going to start with the first pulse. So chin on the floor, and then breathe in slowly. And then feel your chest rise, lift the head, look forward. Exhale, sink down. So try and come into it nice and slowly and consider it. Then just yank yourself up. Feel it like a wave. Exhale, sink down. Well done, last one. So like a wave, breathe in, open the front body, look forward. Great work. Exhale, bring your hands back down by your sides. We're going to push up into Cobra. So push yourself up into Cobra. From here, downward dog, curl the toes, push yourself back into down dog. We're going to come cross-legged. So inhaling, cross your legs. And then as you exhale, roll back onto your bottom, bring your legs out in front of you. Interlace the fingers, run them down the legs, bring them up over the head. And then exhale, sink down, bend the knees really light, grab hold of the big toes, come down into a forward bend. So breathe in, open the chest. Exhaling, lift the spine up and then lay it down on the legs, head coming down last. Breathe in, feel the spine, notice how it feels. Try and imagine your spine, get into your spine with your breath as you come down. Feel into any tension, don't put any labels on it. If it hurts or if there's too much tension, just breathe into it and take it to its edge. And then soften off. So just work with it. We're trying to keep ourselves supple and flexible. But you're also using your breath to come into that spine, feel through any tension, and be okay with wherever you're at. Creating that calm inner space, even if you feel pain. Because again, pain is transient. It will pass. It does move. It can be healed. It can improve. Okay, last pulse. Exhale, bring yourself down. You're going to come into seated twist. So inhaling, bring your right leg up, pop the right foot next to the knee. Okay, bring your right hand behind your back, sit nice and tall. And then on the inhale, breathe in through the spine, straight up, look up to the tip of your fingers, and then wrap that arm around, hug onto the knee, and then look over your shoulder. Breathe in. So the exhale brings us round into the twist, letting go. And then the inhale brings that energy in. Well done, hugging on that knee. Few more pulses here. Remaining in the stillness of our minds. Concentrating on your breath. The breath, by concentrating on your breath, you are actually internalizing the process. That's why it's so important to use it in times of stress or situations that you're confronted with where it's really stressful. Just, you've got your breath. Just follow your breath. And it's so obvious. Okay, exhaling. Okay, inhale. Let's swap the legs over. Exhale, left hand behind your back. You want to push your heel out. So point your toes back, push your heel out. And then inhale, reach up out the ribs, the spine, come up straight before you wrap it around that knee. And look over your shoulder. Breathe into any tension, be with it. Don't fight it. Don't try and zone out. Imagine your breath working on those areas that need the oxygen. To break down any toxins which can cause pain and be trapped in your lower back. Few more pulses. Well done. Okay, last one. Okay, this time you're going to inhale, come cross-legged. Exhale, come up onto the knees. Bring your hands behind your back into fish. Ground down through your hands, so spread the fingers before you breathe in, and then open up the chest. Lift the head, look up, and then exhale. Can you sink down the neck into that position? This one does feel uncomfortable. It does feel uncomfortable to me, but I'm not going to hold on to it. I'm not going to judge it. Keep breathing. A few more. This will be our last exhale. This time you're going to inhale, come up center. So push yourself up with the inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, squeeze those shoulders, and then breathe out, come down into a forward bend. 2 bows here. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Stay connected, breathe out. Follow the breath, close your eyes. This time, let go of the fingers, breathe in, bring the hands up, and then seal that energy at the top with your palms. Before you exhale, bring it down the center, and then you lock it into that energy into your heart. Drop your chin, breathe in. Breathe out. Follow the spine, bring it up from your root. So inhaling. This time as you exhale, do so with an R breath. Bring your hands down into your lap, drop your shoulders, let everything go. Notice how your body feels. We've moved those energies, cleared the channels. We want to remain calm in our mind. So we're going to lay down now, coming into Shavasana. So get nice and comfortable. The more that you connect to that silence, that place of meditation where we're going, the more that it will pervade into your life and into your well-being. You have to do it on a regular basis in order to accumulate that feeling. So just lay down. We're going to use the 6-6 Ujjayi breath. So you're going to breathe in for 6, then you're going to hold your breath in for 6, you're going to breathe out for 6, and then you're going to hold your breath out for 6. The reason we're doing that is because you're slowing down your breath to something like 5 or 6 breaths per minute, which is you are fully oxygenating your lungs, you are calming your nervous system, and it's going to set you up for a great day. So when we're ready, we're going to use our Ujjayi breath, 6-6. Away we go. Hold in for 6. Breathe out for 6. Hold out for 6. Breathe in for 6. Hold it. Breathe out. Hold it. Breathe in. Hold it in for 6. Breathe it out for 6. Hold it out for 6. Breathe in. Hold it in. Breathe it out. Hold it out. Breathe it in. Hold it in. Breathe it out. Hold it out. Breathe it in. Okay, last one. Hold it in. Breathe it out. Hold it out. Okay, this one's going to turn into a normal Ujjayi. So breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Okay, last one here. Breathe in. And then sigh it out. Let it go. Breathe out. Just allow the breath to return to normal. Just going to give ourselves one moment just to fully rest. Well done, yogis. When you're ready, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, remain inside. We're going to complete our practice with the Namaste Kriya. So sitting nice and tall, open up the chest, rest your hands on your knees. We'll breathe together. So breathe in, bring your hands out to the sides, bring them up above your head, bring the palms together. And then with that our breath out, let everything go. And then take a deep bow to ourselves this morning. Take a deep bow to each other and take a deep bow to the Living Yoga Method. I bow to you, yogis. Have a fantastic day. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day. And just remember the analogy of the monk on a bicycle and don't touch the ripples. Take care.